And it's Ending Game of the Week.
Woo!
Space Engineers.
Finally.
After many failed attempts, I figured out I was just fucking up. It was totally my fault. But this is Space Engineers, which is kind of like Space Minecraft, which is pretty much all I've ever wanted in a game.
Yeah, me too. You can build you can build spaceships, right? Obviously, we're flying
yes, you
in
can
one.
build spaceships. We are flying in one that I built.
Okay.
What's really cool about it, though, is that you can actually build everything from scratch.
Can you build a rover?
A rover, you can. I haven't yet, so unfortunately I have
Can you
nothing to-
pilot a rover?
Way to ask the first question is something that I haven't done yet.
Sorry.
That's okay. So
Not sorry.
Here's my mining ship, and it's
Oh,
really
that's
cool because
cute.
every part of it is manually built. So you have like your thing. Why is my? I'm supposed to have a little hotbar down at the bottom, but somehow I've turned that off. So technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Fuck. Technical difficulties.
And
Man,
we're back.
This game is just plagued with bad luck for us making this into an indie game of the week, and it's not even the game's fault. It's all pilot error, just
But
that I'm a moron.
We will prevail, damn it.
So anyway, this game's great. It is an alpha, but don't blame its failures for
On-
that, as they are my fault.
Just blame us.
Yeah, blame us, specifically me. Yeah, so we're gonna go. I guess we'll start off with mining. And mining, essentially, you can mine for these resources, which you can then use to build things and thus build bigger and better, faster, stronger, faster.
Now, how do you
ships.
get a drill? Do you build it, or
You have to build it. So you do have a hand drill,
Uh-huh.
which is really slow and painful to use, but that's how you get enough materials. And you can also salvage other ships, and break down their materials so that you can more easily acquire a drill. And then once you get a drill, it's pretty easy to acquire materials and then put them into your refinery, which you can use then to pick stuff up.
Now, do you need blueprints to make anything, or?
No, maybe in the future, but the way you make things is actually I can't do it here. I have to come over to our station. But there's different things here. This is actually one of those ships that you spawn in, which you can see has since been scavenged for resources.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much anymore.
Yeah, and so we took the resources from that, and we were able to build this green ship here, which was our first like big ship,
The ship of awesome.
ship of awesome.
As it's so
Yes.
cleverly been named.
And then over here we have the ship that we actually really spawned in, because you start the game and that's kind of like your
Okay.
base or whatever,
Now
just
there-
to give you easy starting.
There's how many different start modes in this?
I have no
Like
idea. There's a
6?
few. There's a good number. I'd say there's more than 6.
Okay.
So anyway, you have that, and so we managed. We talked about the story in the podcast, but what was really cool is it was crashed on a asteroid, like this asteroid over here. And I'm actually going to get out of this ship.
Shameless plug of the podcast. Go listen.
Yes. And we spawned in that. It was stuck in the rock, and then as we were salvaging it, it managed getting knocked loose from the asteroid.
Okay.
And then so we played for a good like 7 or 8 hours.
So there's asteroids in the game?
Well, these are asteroids, yes.
Right. And they can hit things?
Well, no, these were just floating here.
You said it just got knocked free from the asteroid.
Right, because we were mining the ship here. We were getting rid of
Oh.
resources, and it knocked it free of being crashed into the
So you
asteroid.
cut so many resources that it broke free.
Right,
Or cut
because
so
I
many
mean
parts
they're
of the
blocks, and so eventually it just lost its. See, like we did this a whole bunch of times until it eventually came out of the asteroid.
Ship. And you can see right there on the side where it shows the progress. I
Thank
didn't
you for
notice that
pointing out the
before.
obvious.
Well, no, I didn't notice it
But
before.
more importantly, that's it. See, these are the resources it has. And so from this, we're getting steel plates by knocking it down. And different things like engines and such give you different resources, which is how you're able to build things like drills and whatnot.
Cool.
So anyway, we played for about 7 or 8 hours after we did that, traveled to an entire different asteroid, being this asteroid, and then suddenly I noticed this ship flying towards us out in the distance, which was really fucking awesome, because like that was something we did 8 hours ago and didn't think anything of, and then all of a sudden it was flying by us. And you can see those are other asteroids, smaller asteroids flying
So things
by.
don't despawn in this game. They just kind of float around.
Yeah, pretty much. So those little red things are tracking asteroids. So anyway, we went out and then we took one of our spawn ships, attached a foot to it, and we're able to tow it into our comet, or asteroid, or whatever the fuck this is. Because we're
Floating
gonna
chunk
use
of
it.
rock and
Yeah,
minerals.
floating chunk of rock. So, and then we're able to see we're building a base here, and our big ship is attached to the base. And this actually is, right now it's a base attached to this base, but eventually we're going to detach it there and turn it into a big mobile base where we can like
Oh.
park our ships and stuff.
That sounds sexy.
So as soon as I find my mining ship, there it is, awesome ship of mining.
Woo!
Very creative naming.
Very. Do you have the mothership of awesome?
No, that's what this ship will be. Will be the mothership of awesome right there.
I see.
So, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to show the thing that was so buggy the first time because of my own failures that it didn't work, and thus why we didn't make the first Space Engineers video. Because this was actually going to be our first
First indie
any
game of the
given
week.
So
We tried.
anyway,
We really did try.
I mined all this stuff, which... Okay, so I mined all this stuff and I built every piece, one by one until it was the ship. And then part of that was I built this, which is something I didn't see. I just came up with it on my own. I'm sure other people have done it. But I connected these parts to the side of the drill, and the drill automatically picks up stuff that I mine, obviously. And then it tunnels it through here, and then can shoot it out of this, which is now called an injector. The first video it was called a collector, but they've since renamed it. So now what I can do is I can aim at this thing in front of us, which is a collector. And I can come over here to my item dumper, which I personally named. You can name it whatever you want. And you turn throw out on. And there it goes. And then it attracts into that. And the thing to the left is actually a gravity generator. So it helps pull them towards it. So in case I'm shitty at aiming, it'll pull it right towards it.
Nice.
And then so I can actually even get out of the ship now, and it'll continue to pump it in there. And if I come down here to our base, I can look in our assembler, and you can see it being pumped in. And we're actually building stuff here, which you see these numbers climbing as items are built.
Okay.
This is our assembler. This is all the raw materials that have been processed, and the refinery here is all the shit I just dumped in.
So it's going to refine it and then process it and then build shit.
Right, and then so basically I'm dumping it into the refinery right now, which is coming in here. And then it slowly puts stuff out to here, and then I can move it from here up to the assembler. And the assembler I can access by going to the production, and I can say, I want to build... What do I want to build?
A missile launcher.
Do
Do they have those?
Yes, they do.
Woo.
Yeah, rocket launcher, but yeah.
Cool.
So, here, we'll cancel all this stuff. We had some other stuff going. Okay, so I want to build a rocket launcher, and then it knows all the materials it needs to make a rocket launcher.
You
we'll
have
put them
the
into
stuff.
the inventory. And then I come out here to this column, and it's kind of complicated. The menu system isn't the greatest, but they're getting there. And then so I can transfer all this shit over if I had enough space, but I'm holding too much. And then I can come over here somewhere, and I can build a rocket launcher, or whatever this is.
Wouldn't that go on a ship, though?
Yeah, in fact, that's probably why I can't build it there. So let's try to build it on this big red ship, because we can do that. Oh, fuck. Okay, are we
Find a
placing it?
spot to put that sexy mother father. Right there.
Okay, apparently I don't have enough resources.
Maybe
Okay.
it just needs... There you go. See? You can put
Oh,
it on
there,
something.
So this is going to be a shittily placed rocket launcher.
Whatever. It's a
But
rocket launcher.
I don't have enough materials, but assuming I did, I would slowly build like this until eventually everything goes through and you had a rocket launcher. And then...
Oh. Well,
But we don't
sweet.
actually have to build one because we have a military ship, which you'll find these randomly floating out way off in the distance.
So there's
don't-
more ships out here than just the
Yeah,
ones
they
you
just
spawn on.
randomly spawn. I don't think we have any at the moment.
Just that military ship.
Because you
that-
can see these beacons that I'm looking around, and eventually you'll see one way off in the distance, thousands of miles
a
away.
military mine layer is what this one is titled.
Right. And so you'll see here it has turrets that are currently aimed at shooting asteroids.
Ooh, that's
or
pretty.
Meteors, or whatever you would call them.
Pretty green lights.
Yeah, pretty green lights.
Of death.
Of death. And so you can fill them with ammo and such that you build in the assembler and whatnot, and so they shoot things.
That's really neat.
Yep. And then
Mines.
I'm not. Are these mines? I don't know. what
I'm
these are.
assuming those are mines.
Here we can.
Because this is a military mine layer, is what it was called.
Nope. That's a rocket launcher. No, I placed a rocket launcher there. That's a warhead. So I'm not entirely sure what that does, but maybe you can drop them.
I'm
or
assuming it's a
something.
bomb.
Whatever it is, this game's awesome, and I've spent like at least 30 hours in it by this point. With lots of potential to do awesome and cool things. And then like we had a shredder ship somewhere, but it was hit by an asteroid.
So it's probably off in space now.
Which is it was broken, and we tried to save it. And that was an epic video that me and Chris. Oh, you know what? That might be what this ship is. I said it was a respawn ship.
Uh-huh.
I think we turned it into a grinder ship. And
Grinder, like the app grinder?
no, it basically can tear down big ships like this and harness the resources. It's way faster than doing it with a handsaw.
Oh.
And so we were able to do that, and of course I parked it way too out in the distance. It got hit by an asteroid, flew off into the distant space, and then me and Chris had to go save it, which was super hard and awesome all at the same time. It was great.
Does it ever run out of velocity once it's hit by a meteor or
No,
asteroid?
it doesn't.
So it just
like
keeps
in real
going.
space, which, by the way, in real space,
Yeah.
infinite velocity. So yeah, and now you'll see here my ship has finished shooting things into there, so I can fly it off and do other things with it. And then what's cool is it will. These connect everything together, and these are conveyors, and so we have a huge storage thing down here at the bottom. So anything that doesn't fit in
A large cargo container,
Yeah.
as it is called in
our
the game.
assembler or whatnot, we can slowly come up to here, and we can move all of our shenanigans into the large cargo container, which you see has a volume of 1.25 million.
1.25
liters.
million units.
Yeah, liters.
Liters.
Which means it can hold a shit ton of stuff. So I
A
think
metric shit ton, not
I
imperial.
think that's about it. But to finish up this Let's Play video, or not Let's Play, this is a Indie Game of the Week video.
That would be it.
I want to go crash shit because we can do that in this game.
Let's do it.
So
Let's take the ship of awesome.
We're gonna take the ship of awesome. We're gonna get in. The gravity is all fucked up in here. I'm not sure what happened. I blame Chris. But let's see. Can we fix this gravity? Nope, we can't. But
Screw it.
there's the problem is we're too close to too many different gravity generators. So it causes issues for us. But that's not the game's fault. That's me and Chris's fault. So they're going to depark the ship, and then we're going to slowly accelerate off, go out.
We
Way
should
into the
totally
distance.
run into that red ship.
That's what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it from a
Yes.
great distance.
Yes.
But actually, I'm gonna try to do something else here. Wow, it has a mass of 200 kilograms. I bet that's a lot.
I have no idea what that is in real weight.
In real weight? Are kilograms not real weight?
No.
Okay.
This is America.
All right, so we're gonna try something different here. Okay, I'm going to point the ship. Oh, fuck, too fast. At the red ship. Going to turn off. You can turn off dampeners. So dampeners will stop you moving once you let go of the acceleration. But if you turn them off, you'll just keep moving after you accelerate. You know, just like real space.
Let's go.
So what we're gonna try to do here, and it's gonna be really hard, is
Sparta!
okay. We're gonna aim it at it. I hope I did a good job aiming. I'm going to now try to get out. Fuck.
Get out of the ship, Joey. Run. You can do it.
And now.
Oh, no.
Oh, cool. This is working.
Boom. Oh, man.
So, as you can see, now I'm going really fast. Where are my dampeners? There we go. Dampeners. So we slammed into that ship, which is now sending other pieces of the ship. I think that's a cockpit. I think that was the cockpit we were just standing in.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the cockpit we were just sitting in.
We would have been
which flew
really
out of the
dead.
ship. Right, that's why I got out, so we could watch the crash without doing it. And you can see all the pieces are bent up. The entire front of our ship is
And that turret is just wondering what's going on.
all sorts of shit. Yeah, oh, what's going on over here? Yeah, so, I mean, this was the cockpit we were just sitting in. You see the glass? None of the cockpits are still there.
Wow.
Yeah. And this red ship's even more fucked up than it already was. You can tell the red ship moved a lot, and it honestly would have kept moving
If it wasn't tied down to the
if it wasn't
base,
tied down to this yellow ship.
which got knocked off.
No, it's still on there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, no. It got knocked off of the asteroid, though. Was it ever on?
No, it wasn't on, but you see how it's parked there?
Yeah.
And this has the dampeners on, which kept it from moving.
Oh.
But it would have gone much further than that. We also have our super awesome base here. Is there anything else we can crash? Here, let's try to take this. Why not? Fuck it.
Is there a cockpit for that?
There's supposed to be, unless Chris destroyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just need to find the door to get in. And this ship's been pretty beat up, too, by asteroids a bit. So
Look, a door.
Yeah. All right.
And we're
It's funny. This game, you have no concept of what's up and down because it's space, and it's just very easy to get super, super fucking disoriented. Okay. So we're slowly moving the ship away, and I can't even zoom out far enough to see the ship, but you can rotate the camera around.
Oh, you're pulling it with you.
Yeah, because I'm attached to it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Which is how we managed to get it over here, because you know it doesn't stop once it starts moving. Oh fuck! I'm just gonna crash into an asteroid. Here, but we can unpark, and then we're gonna fly off, and we're gonna crash in one last time, just for good measure, to end this video on an amazing note of crashing into shit.
See, this ship looks pretty cool.
Yeah, these is definitely one of the ships that you spawn in. So if you die and you don't have a medical bay tied to your name, you'll spawn in this thing way off in the distance, and then you fly in. And it's kind of a cheaty way to get resources if you really want to.
Cheating's for losers, kids. Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead, turn your inertia dampeners off and crash into a ship.
Yeah, because that's way more fun.
Definitely.
Not to say that. Oh, and you see off in the distance now we have that mining hauler,
Yeah.
which we could go out and we could go salvage it. But now a lot of those ships come with turrets on them, so you have to be careful because you'll get shot the fuck up when you go and attack one.
Kids, don't get shot.
Yeah. Okay. So we're okay. Going
We're
pretty
cruising.
fast. Oh fuck! I put the inertia dampers on. Wrong button. Okay. So this one should be easier to get out of.
Yep.
Okay. Is it still flying?
Doesn't look like it.
So hard to tell. Yeah, it's still going.
All right.
Okay. So
Well, because we were also going at the same velocity.
right,
as the
which
ship.
again, there's no reference for speed either. So you're going by the ship and
Boom.
yeah.
Didn't really
So
do much.
but the crashing physics are still really awesome.
They are,
So yeah, it's going.
and it's gonna tear up your base.
No, I'm curious. What happened to our green ship?
There it is.
It must have destroyed something that turned off the inertia, or it must have just perfectly lost its inertia.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because it's not moving. Because you're not a scientist.
Right.
Okay, but yeah. So this is Space Engineers. It's available on Steam. It's pretty cheap, whatever it is.
It's
I think it's
20
like
bucks.
20 bucks.
Yeah, I just checked.
Totally worth it. I've spent way more enough hours on it, especially if you like Minecraft style games.
Yeah.
Very
This,
similar to that, but a more spacey edition.
also, I think this game goes on sale pretty frequently.
Does it? I've never seen it.
It's usually
but
you
I
can find like
guess
25, 50% off deals on it.
I try to stay away from the Steam store now because I just buy shit that I don't play. Not because
You will burn a hole through your wallet.
Right. Not because I don't want to play them, just because
You'll run out of money really
I'll run
fast.
out of money. In fact, actually, though, before we go, let's look in here at our ship. So these are two other small ships that me and Chris made. This one I made for transporting large amounts of material.
Uh-huh.
So you see it's just a little tiny ship with two of those ejector things on the front.
Uh-huh.
And then
A really big container.
really big container and then a collector on the back.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. And here is our future cockpit of our super mega space station. And this is a med bay.
The mothership of awesome.
Yeah, Mothership of Awesome. So yeah, that's that. And this is obviously a work in progress game and a work in progress base. So
Yeah, it is.
keep
It
those
is
open mind.
early access, so keep in mind
Yeah,
it
it's
is
early
going to be
access
pretty buggy.
alpha. It is buggy, but not really. Nothing that's game breaking. Super
Not-
fun.
Not as much as it was when we first started trying
Right,
to.
and I've decided that wasn't the game. That was totally my own stupid.
Oh well, in that case,
So anyway, super awesome game. Any closing thoughts on this other than
buy it, play
Buy
it,
it.
love it.
yeah?
Build a
So-
rover so I can see it.
Oh, and then something else that's cool. is
Tag us
over
in a
here,
video response.
We have so much gravity generators around from the different bases and stuff. This asteroid now kind of has gravity, and this is a part of an old ship that has now sank to the bottom of the
Asteroid.
asteroid.
That's pretty neat.
So yeah, okay, I think that's everything. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching. Again, check out this game. We'll put the links in the comments, not the comments, the description.
Yes.
So yeah, thanks for watching.
And if you do make a rover, make a video response and send it to us.
Yeah,
we want to see
because
it.
I haven't made a rover yet. Or me and Chris. I should also mention, I didn't build this all by myself. Me and Chris built this. Chris did most of the work, to be honest, especially with this extra base over here.
See.
So it's weird. It's all empty now because we used to have that big red ship over here, and then the ship of Awesome was parked there, and now it's all just gone because
We crashed stuff in
And
it.
you can actually see the red ship is slowly floating away from us,
Yep.
and it won't stop. It'll continue floating away, and you'll see even like smaller parts break off. And this has been the longest closing ever. But yeah,
I know.
Smaller parts will float off and float on their own too.
It's
So-
such an in-depth game that we really can't cover it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. So, and we're probably over 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at 20 now, but there was
Oh
a
my
little
gosh.
minor technical difficulty. That 20
There-
minutes went by really fast.
It did.
This is a good game.
All right.
So yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you can fly the ship here. I just haven't looked for the cockpit. So, anywho, thanks for watching. We're actually gonna end it this time.
Woo. Later.